100 days ago, I couldn't go a few days without drinking. It would actually scare me to think about quitting drinking. Um, Now 100 days later, I'm 100 days sober. Actually, probably 10 more days than 100. I just was gonna record this video a few days ago. If you're new to the channel, my name is Masi Amadzai. This channel is called Mountain Lion Mindset. It is based around a book I'm writing called Mountain Lion Mindset. And the book is basically a memoir / guide on how I have gone through life with bipolar disorder and keeping self-development in mind in the process. So, without further ado, this video is about 100 days sober. Sober can mean anything nowadays, but I mean, there's different types of sobriety. This one revolves around alcohol. Like I said earlier, when I first was thinking about going sober off of alcohol, it was very daunting. It was like I couldn't imagine not drinking because my life revolved around drinking. To the fact that I would drink, find reasons to drink multiple times a week and sometimes days in a row. And that was because I had just told myself that this is what living is: consuming alcohol and enjoying that moment, not the moment of struggling and striving for more, but the moment of alleviating all the pain and that comes with the process. I would, whenever the weekend would come around, I would be ready to drink. I was like, it's time to drink. Whenever there's a social gathering or an event, I'd say, yep, time to drink. Whenever I was stressed or just needed to numb some bad emotions that I didn't even know were going on, I would think, yep, so a few IPAs would just fix this right up. It wasn't until I started writing my book, that I really saw the problem with drinking, and the relationship I had with drinking was that anything I did that was fun, it wasn't fun without drinking. It was like I would watch a movie or show, and I wouldn't even watch the show or the movie if I wasn't drinking that night. If I couldn't go to, I live near a supermarket, Wegmans, and I would say, yep, if I'm going to watch a show, I have to have drinks on hand. It was an association thing. I do that a lot, where I associate one thing with another, and if I can't do that one thing, then I don't do the other. But I could drink without watching shows. That's the weird part about it. So I went without watching my favorite shows, which wasn't the case a while back. And when the weekends came, even in the weekends, I would say, yeah, I'm smarter than most people that go to bars and waste money and hang out with all the drunks and just talk about nonsense, while I was at home getting smashed, getting blasted. For lack of a better word, I was getting shit-faced. I was getting not belligerently drunk, but I don't have one drink. And I've attended one Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. And this video isn't about Alcoholics Anonymous. This isn't about me confessing my sins or saying that I am an alcoholic. I don't identify as an alcoholic, but I do identify as a problematic drinker, and I couldn't just have one. So while other people are drinking and socializing at the bar, having a few, maybe the majority is having a few and some are getting trashed, I would be at home watching Game of Thrones and getting trashed. And I would think I'm holding my own, but like, there's been times there's been many times that was questionable. So my relationship with alcohol goes way back to my early childhood, teenage years. I started drinking when I was pretty young. It was illegal at the time. I talk more about that in my book, but this video is about going 100 days when I couldn't even fathom going a few. And I've quit alcohol and all substances for 2.5 years before, so the only substance that had a grip on me was alcohol. Now it's kind of vaping, nicotine. I don't really do anything else. I don't dabble. I have in the past, and that's in my book. But this video is about the drinking, and I just want to be honest about what it meant to go sober, what it meant to basically say I can't drink anymore because of this, that, and the third. And the only way I was able to do that was honesty. I didn't have to be honest I was honest at that one Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. I was like, guys, I've been trying to quit, and I have quit for 2.5 years before, not only the alcohol, but all substances at the same time. Why can't I let go of alcohol? And the one thing I realized they said, it's in the book, they said, you got to admit that alcohol has a hold on you, or more of a control on you than you care to admit. So I just blew in the mic. I hope it's still recording. There's the noise issues with it. But yeah, the main honesty was that in order for me to put my future first, I have to quit something that's holding me back, and that was one thing. One thing was alcohol and the consumption I was partaking in, and the relationship I had with alcohol. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not saying that I will be quitting forever, but I'm not going to be drinking on a whim. I have goals and plans, and I just wanted to take a break, and it's been over 100 days now, but I'm not done with what I have to accomplish. So when it comes down to self-development and mental health, we use things to distract us from how we feel, how we see the world, or how we feel inside, how we see ourselves inside. And it's just basically the number one thing in order to get rid of that destructive habit is to be sincere and honest with yourself. Why am I doing this? What do I get out of it? Is this going to get me where I want to go in life? If I continue this behavior, all of these things is what I thought about while I was trying to quit. And I tried to quit multiple times. I tried doing Sober October, and it didn't work. And I was writing my book at the same time, and I was waking up with crazy hangovers, and my sleep was off. And for bipolar people, that's really bad. It can lead to manic episodes if you're consuming substances, and also your sleep is terrible, and you're not taking your meds, which I wasn't at some times, because I thought it is wise not to drink and take your medication at the same time, but doing it repeatedly over time would cause a lot of, can cause chaos. So what changed? My focus. I wanted to be more consistent with my book. I wanted to be more consistent with waking up and being there for my family, being there for the people around me, my nieces and nephews. Just be more present, not escape to go upstairs to watch a show or a movie and get lost in the sauce. I wanted to do that. I think I've showed you guys the board before, but I have a lot of dreams and ambitions, and I think I have quit like I said before, I've quit alcohol many times before, and one time I did it for 2.5 years. So it wasn't because I realized that I have this disease or I'm an alcoholic, and I have no problems with AA and Alcoholics Anonymous and people that say they have a disease. But sometimes it's just a behavior pattern or a habitual thing that you have been doing, or that I have been doing. Any one of us can fall into the trap of saying, yeah, I don't have a problem with this. I mean, I'm not an alcoholic. But the second part could be true. The latter could be true, but not the former. We could still have a problem with something and not be addicted to it. So that's the message. That's basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is Monday's video. I'm recording it on a Wednesday, so happy Monday, or belated Monday, I guess. I hope you guys got something out of this. And today I'm holding the mic because I'm wearing a shirt and it's harder to tag it on a shirt. I think I need one of those necklace things for it, or just a necklace I could clip it on. But long story short, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Maybe watch another video or subscribe if you found any value in what I'm talking about. With that said, I will catch you guys in the next one. And I wanted to say one more thing about the drinking is that identifying with it's not important to identify with Alcoholic Anonymous or there's different versions of problems with drinking. Problematic drinker really fit for me because I used to go to my godparents' house, I still do, and they would sit down and they would have like a beverage, either a beer or a shot or something, and they would talk for 40 minutes through that whole drinking or through that whole interaction, but they would sip on their drink. My problem was I wouldn't do it with them because they're my godparents and I want to be just present and everything with them. But when I'm by myself or at the bar or at a friend's house that's not my elderly godparents, I would drink super fast. Like I took one time, I was at my friend's house and my brother was with me and a few other friends. 2 people didn't drink, just me and my friend. My friend had 1 drink. I think he took a shot or something. I had 5 shots and 2 or 3 beers in the span of an hour that I was there. So there's the problem. I have issues with drinking. And I think there's other versions of that or other labels you could say of like drinking. Like, what's your relationship with drinking? I'd like to hear about it in the comments. If you're AA member, keep coming back, brother. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Thank you for listening. Mountain Lion Mindset out.